This episode of The Young Turks brought to you by Jack Threads for the win.
The Guardian recently published this article about how drug companies are now hiring something known as publication planning agencies. And there are a total of 250 of these agencies that exist. And what these agencies do is they specifically target medical journals and do whatever they can to make the medical journals publish really great things about new drugs that are coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why this is problematic is because people who work in the medical industry decide whether or not they want to prescribe a drug based on what medical journals say about them.
Yeah, whenever there's news about the medical industry, they'll always cite the journal Medicine or the journal Lancet is another one.
Right.
And they'll always cite that as this is a great new piece written about something like it, whether it be a drug or a procedure or results of a test. So it is it kind of is the standard bearer for the medical industry.
And you assume that these medical journals are highly credible, and if they are reporting good things about a drug, then I mean, it's always good to have a healthy dose of skepticism, but
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me if people didn't. So it turns out that not only are these publication planning agencies trying to get these writers for the medical journals to publish, favorable things about the medicine, but they're also trying to ghostwrite the article.
Right.
And then they'll pay the author thousands of dollars to publish that exact article that the publicist wrote.
Right, to submit it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's even worse than lobbying in a way, because you're creating it. You're creating the legislation. I mean, if you're upset about lobbyists, pouring all this money into campaigns and whatnot to try and influence votes, this is, first of all, is health.
Right.
And this is also actually I mean, it's being ghostwritten. It's fiction sometimes, or it is being embellished, certainly, which is the same thing. I don't. The Guardian, you said, is the one that came up with this. I don't. It seems criminal. It seems more than just untoward. It seems like really like this is bad, and I've never
It's
heard anything
beyond
about
criminal
it. Yeah.
because it puts everyone's lives in danger, because they're being prescribed medicine that they think is going to be perfectly fine, but who knows what kind of side effects this medicine has, who knows whether or not it's safe for the condition you're in. You have a medical journal that's saying all these great things about this, brand new medicine that just came out, and doctors are reading that medical journal and thinking, okay, it's safe to prescribe this to my patients, and they unknowingly prescribe it to patients when it can be highly dangerous.
Right.
So I think it's beyond criminal. And the fact that right now there's really no real regulation that's investigating this and overseeing this and making sure that it doesn't happen, I think that's the worst part of all of it. Because right now you have The Guardian, a publication in the UK, writing about this, but other than that, who's talking about it?
Right.
Do we have any politicians talking about it? No. Why aren't they talking about it?
Yeah.
Because they get paid by pharmaceutical companies.
And there's guilt here. I mean, listen to this quote. This is from, somebody's lying when they answer a question or when this is their sentence. We've never done ghostwriting per se as I'd define it. Okay. The rest of the world stops at the period there. We've never done ghostwriting. And says John Romankowitz. Well, maybe that's it. It's Mankiewicz with an R-O in front of it. Now we understand what's going on here. But he's the president of Scientific Therapeutics Information, the New Jersey firm that helped Merck promote Vioxx with a series of positive articles in medical journals. This is what John says. We may have written a paper, but the people we work with have to have some input and approve it. I mean,
not when you're paying them thousands of dollars to publish it as is.
Yeah, somebody has to look into this, and I don't know who has time to do that. But it seems like this is really bad. I mean, then there's this other group. I mean, this is getting me angrier as I read it. I feel that we're doing something good for mankind in the long run. We want to influence healthcare in a very positive, scientifically sound way. The profession grew out of a marketing umbrella, but has moved under the science umbrella. It doesn't seem that way. Alistair Matheson, a British medical writer, has worked extensively for medical communication agencies. He dismisses the planner's claims to having reformed as bullshit. There's no reform here, and so somebody's got to go in and reform that. It's really pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, but no one will reform it.
No.
Because, I mean, why would a politician have an incentive to reform it?
Yeah. Well, that's true, because the pharmaceutical companies
are paying them off.
There we go. Back to big pharma.
Jack Threads is a new sponsor for TYT. They're a members-only online shopping club, but because you know us, you're going to get in. Aren't we cool? But here's a key part to it, 80% off. Hello, up to 80% off of some of the top apparel lines in the country. Game over.
Right.
So go to jackthreads.com/TYT because it's free to join, and you get all those discounts, and you avoid the pain in the ass. The ending of this commercial is a little schwang wang wang.